Hey guys, welcome to the first video lesson. So this one is going to be on organization. It's not only crucial to be organized and kind of applying for scholarships to help keep yourself out of debt, but it's also just going to be really helpful for college in general to help you stay on top of all your assignments, homework, tasks, projects, things of that nature. So this is the process that I've refined over the past 4 years for keeping track of scholarships. I'll be glad to share a template with you if you wanted to contact me, wolfofscholarships@gmail.com. The link will be in the description box below on YouTube, or it will be on the website in the contact us section. So anyway, this is the home page of my laptop, and if you go into your documents, open up in the other window. Sorry about that. So make this bigger. So these are all how I keep everything organized, and then the scholarships right here. And then each folder subdirectory is broken up by year. When I first started, this was really unorganized. As you can see, kind of dates here, no date here, no date here, date, no date. So this is really unorganized. This was my freshman and sophomore year. I was still figuring everything out, learning how to do it, how to find them. And then as the years went on, this was my junior year. It got way more organized, and I applied for way more because I had a really, really refined process. And this is my senior year, and this is only through one semester, and I still have more to apply for and look for. So anyway, these were applied for during my junior year that were for my senior year. These were applied for during my senior year for my first year of graduate school. This is obviously some blogs I've written that I'll upload. This is scholarship cost to date. Now, as I said, my first 2 years of college, I was not organized, so I did have to pay for some of it out of pocket. Recently, in the past 2 years, I've been organized, and I have not had to pay a dime for school. So I unfortunately paid for about 70% of my school with scholarships. I highly encourage you to keep track of that. I'll show you kind of what I do, but it's really unorganized right now. It's just something that I know what I'm looking at, and I'll make it more organized, and I'll maybe make a video lesson on that. So this is the scholarship master spreadsheet. This is really how I keep track of everything. I made a special one for the webinar just to kind of keep my logins hidden. You guys don't need to see my login information. So anyway, so this is obviously when I first started. You can see it's really unorganized. It's just not organized at all. So these are by the year that I do it. This is for the academic year. So like 2014, 2015 academic year. So that'd be fall and spring. And then this is obviously the table I've created that I started to refine. So this is the scholarship name, and the due date, and the submitted date, the amount, the awarded amount, length of scholarship, the time that I used it, and then notes right here. This got messed up just because I ran it all the way across. When I would highlight, I would do it this way. So when I would move cells, they got unorganized. I just don't feel like going through and uncleaning it, so I sort of ignore it. Typically, I sort by due date, so oldest to newest. That kind of helps me to keep everything on track. So I know what's due, and I'll show you that. So my coding system, green was scholarships that I was won, red were scholarships that I was actually denied, and then blue ones were scholarships that I applied for that I just never heard back from. And typically what I would do is just wait. Obviously, these are from like 2015. They're over a year ago. So obviously I didn't get them. I just don't really worry about going back and fixing it. The yellow just tells me that they gave me a check directly. Yellow just tells me that they gave me a check directly and it's in my personal bank account. So this is what I have going for this year. As you can see, I've gotten 3 of 9, so doing 33%, which isn't too bad. Some of these I haven't heard back from yet. They're a little bit bigger. So anyway, this is definitely my most refined one to date. So these are all the scholarships, and I kind of make notes down here. So these are ones to be on the lookout for. I've already searched these out, and they either say that to apply in the future, or they'll post their information in the future. I just make little notes to myself. So anyway, scholarship name, the due date, obviously sorted. So these yellow ones right here, actually for me, mean these are already done. Since we're on Christmas break, I need to wait to go to the writing lab to work on refining these essays. So they're pretty much prepped and ready, just besides working on the essays and getting letters of recommendation. So obviously the date I submitted it, so this date should always occur before this one, obviously. The amount, that's not as crucial. The amount I got is helpful for me. The length of the scholarship, just so I know when I've used it, if it's a one-time, if it's an annual, if it's per semester, if it's for 1 year, if you have to have a certain GPA to keep it. And then there's notes right here. So this is typically if they have a website, I'll put the URL right here. And then I'll just usually copy and paste it into a Google Chrome or Firefox. And then these two cells right here, the I and the J that I have hidden, are my login information. So some of these are online. So I put my login information, my username and password in here just to keep track of everything. So that's basically how I keep organized of all my scholarships in Excel. And again, if you want this template, feel free to contact me. I'll be happy to share that with you. And then anyway, in the subdirectory of folders, I just basically break it down by scholarship. So like this one, each little application right here. So if I have to send out emails to people, like the recommendation letter or what the form is, I'll make one for that. There'll be an attached sheet, which is like the essay or whatever the excess information is that they want. The application being here. Then the submission materials, basically whatever I have to submit, I put inside this folder. And then I'll do a giant combine with Adobe Acrobat, and they'll get one complete file that looks something like this. Computer's running a little bit slow today. Opened up in a side window. And they'll get something that looks like this, a bit more organized. So, and then just, a nice submitted form, and away you go. So anyway, that's that. And then one other thing I forgot to show you inside of this spreadsheet is on this. I forgot to mention the scholarships and progress tab. So these are the 3 scholarships I have in progress. I show 4 right here. I actually need to update this after I'm done with this video lesson. But basically, I will kind of put what I need to submit a request. So for example, the scholarship, the Tabulated Pi Fellowship, I need 2 letters of recommendation. So I put who I requested and when. And I know they're not due till February, and we just had the holidays, so within maybe next week I'll start reminding them that I need it. It's nice to do this so that way I don't like bug them every week, like, hey, I need this. At the same time, I do it far enough in advance where it gives them a chance to do it. So I don't do it last minute, and it also just helps me to keep track of everything. So like if I have to request letters of transcripts from the school, I'll put in, like, for example, if I request a transcript, then there usually is a long number. It's like 009, blah, 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 blah. So I know what the number is. I'll put the date I requested it. So that way when I go to submit it, if it gets mailed directly to the scholarship committee, I can follow up with them and make sure that they received my transcript. And if not, I can call the school and request a new one. And usually a lot of scholarship committees, if they don't get it or if it gets lost in the post office or the U.S. Postal Service, they'll be understanding. They'll let you send in a new one behind the due date if it's not your fault. So that's how to keep track of everything. If you have any questions, let me know. I can do more in-depth video lessons. I will be willing to send out a template if you need it. I'll try and figure out how to upload one to the website. If I'm able to do that, then there'll be one on the website below this video. Anyway, if you guys have any other questions, please feel free to contact me. Until then, I will see you in the next video lesson. Good luck, guys.